Hey, you guys. I'm getting word on the Twitters that, or ex Twitters, that the verdict is in. I don't think that Turtle Boy would post that on Twitter if it wasn't the case. So give me just a second, and I will share the screen and all that stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. I got too nervous. Hold on. No. Look, I'm clicking everything wrong because I'm so weirded out. All right. So if you're just joining us, I might have to redo this stream. I don't know, but I didn't want to take any chances. Hold on a second. Turtle Boy reported on Twitter that the verdict was in. Now, does that mean it's actually in? Well, no, technically the verdict isn't in until, the court announces it. But do I think that Turtle Boy would post that? No, I don't, if it wasn't true. I'm going to show you what's going on the stream. Just give me 1 second. They haven't stopped the verdict clock on, what the frack? Hold on. Let me just close these other tabs that I have open because my brain is not going to work. Tess, are you hearing the same thing with Turtle Boy that Turtle Boy posted? I mean, I am on his Twitter and it says, Dr. Turtle Boy, verdict is in 1 minute ago. So let me just refresh. I probably should have refreshed it before this, but it's real. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All the YouTubers are on it. It's on. All the YouTubers. What am I, not a YouTuber? All right, we'll see. Whew. You guys nervous? I'm nervous too. Especially when that baloney just happened before, right? So if you missed it, Judge Bev called everybody back to the courtroom, okay, to the courthouse and the courtroom. Oh, sky flashed. Flattery will get you everywhere. Okay, so what had happened was Judge Bev calls everybody back. We're waiting. Finally, they, announce it from the courtroom. All right. And Judge Bev sits down and she says that after lunch, the jury knocked on the door. They said they had a verdict. Then they took the verdict. Then they knocked again and said they didn't have a verdict. And now we're here. So let me just make sure. Yeah, I have the volume up and I have it on here. Okay. I'm so nervous, you guys. I'm actually shaking. Oh my goodness. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome. So glad that you all are here. I feel like today is the day. I'm so nervous. I can't take this anxiety. We're back with the only fan. Because, Lisa Marie, the clock is still ticking because the clock is done by a third party. It's done by Law and Crime, and Law and Crime are not the courtroom. So Law and Crime does does an overabundance of caution, and they don't stop the clock. And I'll be trusting that clock anyway because it had a whole it's coming in through trusted and actual sources. So it's probably going to be a minute because I know that Judge Bev had mentioned before they started deliberating, before the case was actually even turned over to the jury and they were discussing deliberations and when should everybody be back and all of that. And so one of the things that Judge Bev discussed in all of that was that they were something, she was kind of muffled, but she said security for the verdict. So, there it is. Is he? Golly, Tess, man. I'm so glad you guys are all here. I appreciate it so much. I know the only reason why I don't have an email from Tess is because I went live. Had I hesitated and not gone live, then I would have got an email from Tess. And yeah, I really thought that we were going to get a 227 verdict. So if you guys don't know, the 227 verdict, that has to do with the time that Jen McCabe Googled host long to die in cold. So you're not annoying at all because, the truth of the matter is I had my phone sitting over here at the desk. I was working with, do tell Sarah. I was working on a video I was editing and I had my, is that not right? Is the 227 not host long to die in the cold? I thought that's what that was. Am I wrong? Yeah, she claims she didn't make that I hope so, Sleuths Investigates. I hope so. I think so, because Turtle Boy reported it in a bunch of actual, I'm not saying the Turtle Boy isn't media, but NBC 10 WJR said the jury has reached a verdict in the Karen retrial, waiting for it to be announced in court. That was 2 seconds ago. Here's a little trivia for you. In Karen Reed's first trial, the jury deliberated for 5 days before declaring a mistrial due to a hung jury. In the current retrial, as of June 18th, 2025, the jury has been deliberating for over 15 hours. Well, let's see. So let me just refresh. This is so nerve-wracking. Give me a second. I'll be right with you guys. Hold on. Host long will I be gone? Google that. Oh my gosh, this is so nerve-wracking. I can't do this. It's too much. It's too much for my brain. Hopefully it's an actual verdict, not they're not going to report that they're hopelessly deadlocked. And yeah, because we don't need that kind of negativity at all. At all. Oh, goodness. All right. This is too much. How are you guys feeling? How did you guys feel about the questions yesterday? I thought those were interesting questions, and I do think it gave us insight into the jurors' minds, into the minds of the jurors. I can't even talk. I should just be quiet. We can all just sit in silence because Jen has lost it. I can't even do this. All right. Anyway, well, LGZ, this is what will happen. So if they are deadlocked, this is what will happen. Yeah, they can be deadlocked. And so in this early on, because if they have gone over it and over it and over and deliberated and deliberated and deliberated, and nobody is willing to change their mind or change their vote, then they'll say that they're hopelessly deadlocked. Then what happens is the judge will ask them, "Are you sure? Are you sure you cannot deliberate for a little longer?" Okay, now it's being reported by Law and Crime. They've stopped their verdict clock. We're all here. If you guys, let me do this. Let me go over to YouTube and let me share my stream out so people know there is a verdict. Give me just 1 second. Let me share this. All right. Oh, sheesh, Jen. What are you doing? All right. Okay. This is crazy. Ooh. Low key, you guys, I actually miss the OnlyFan. I'm not even going to lie. While we wait, could y'all do me a favor and just give your girl a thumbs up on the stream? Please. It helps so much. So much. I know, Sarah. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry that you're having to do errands. This is too much. That's just so nasty and so rude that they would do that to you. So, whew, give me 1 second. I want to see something. I mean, yesterday when the jury had questions, and then it was all nerve-wracking, and now it's just, oh wow, Sleuth Investigates. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're enjoying them. Absolutely. Yeah, everybody put your phone on the do not disturbs, because we do not need to be disturbed. Nobody needs that negativity in their life right now. This is Very important. We've all been waiting a very, very long time for this. You know, all right, what? Okay. Let's pull there's no way I can make a poll right now. I can't type. I'm doing good just to talk. So we're just going to do the old fashioned way of polling. All right. How do you all think the jury voted? Did they vote not guilty or did they vote guilty? I know I did my chores this morning too, because, yeah, I needed to. All right, so Lisa is the first person to vote to say that the jury will vote not guilty. Medusa says not guilty. Cicely says not guilty. Violet says not guilty. Bogart says not guilty. Nate, please don't make me be specific. Lisa Corinne says maybe guilty on OUI. Not guilty, says Tess. See, that's what I think. I'm with you guys. I think it's going to be not guilty, but I think question. Yeah, I think I think they might find her guilty on the last OUI charge. But hold on a second. Let me look up this actual thing right here. Okay, hold on. All right, let me see what these are. Okay. I need to know what let me Google this. All right, let's see this. No Spanx. Hold on. Okay, so the way that 10 Boston has it is the first charge, second-degree murder, is the most serious charge, and if convicted, Reed could face life in prison with the possibility of parole after a minimum of 15 years. The second charge, manslaughter while operating a motor vehicle under the influence of liquor, alleges that Reed was driving drunk when she hit and killed John O'Keefe with her SUV. That charge carries a minimum mandatory prison sentence of 5 years and a maximum of 20, plus a fine of $25,000 and a license suspension of at least 15 years and potentially for life. The third charge, leaving the scene of an accident resulting in death, alleges that Karen Reed left the scene after hitting John O'Keefe without providing any assistance or reporting the incident. That carries a mandatory minimum sentence of 1 year in jail or 2.5 years in state prison, plus fines between $1,000 and $5,000, and a mandatory license suspension of 3 years. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here
You
we
are
go.
unmuted.
Will the deliberating jurors remain standing? Defendant remains standing. All other parties may be seated.
Your Honor, may the record reflect that 12 deliberating jurors and 6 alternates are present.
Yes.
May I inquire?
Yes.
Mr. Foreman, members of the jury, have you agreed upon a verdict?
Yes.
Thank you. May I see the papers? Mr. Foreman, have the verdict slips been placed in this envelope and have they been in your presence ever since?
Yes.
Mr. Foreman, on docket number 2282CR117001, murder in the second degree, what say you? Is the defendant at the bar guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
So say you, Mr. Foreman? So say you? No. Do you agree?
Yes.
Do all of you agree? Yes. Thank you. 002, what say you? Is the defendant at the bar not guilty or guilty?
Not guilty.
Of.
Is not guilty or guilty of that charge or any lesser included charge? Thank you. Specifically, number 5, operating under the influence of liquor by operating a motor vehicle with a blood alcohol level of 0.08 or greater. Correct?
Yes.
So say you, Mr. Foreman?
Guilty.
So say you all?
Yes.
003, what say you? Is the defendant at the bar leaving the scene after accident resulting in death? Is the defendant not guilty or guilty?
Not guilty.
So say you, Mr. Foreman?
Yes.
So say you all?
Yes.
Jurors, hearken your verdict as the court records that you upon your oath say the defendant on 001 is not guilty, on 002 is guilty of operating under the influence of liquor, and 003 not guilty. Thank you.
All right, jurors, everybody please be seated. Jurors, we thank you for your service. We're going to send you back. Your service is complete. I'd like to come out
Oh my
and
God.
talk to you for a little bit afterwards. So thank you very much.
Oh
All
my
rise.
God.
Jurors, follow me.
It's finally over for her. Wow. Oh my God, Yannetti is crying. You guys, I can't.
Media, please exit the courtroom immediately.
Karen Reed?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Tony,
Hold
not
on,
yet.
hold on,
Not
everyone.
yet.
Karen Reed. Ms. Reed, can I have your attention? As required by statute, I must inform you that the records regarding the charges that you have been found not guilty will be sealed by the Commissioner of Probation by the court unless you notify the Commissioner of Probation in writing within 10 days that you do not want these records sealed. To request that these records not be sealed, you may use the Request Not to Seal form, which is posted on the trial court's website on mass.gov. I cannot accept the form here in court. You must submit it to the Commissioner of Probation at the address provided on the form. Please be aware that if the records regarding the charges which you have been found not guilty are sealed, you will be unable to access the sealed record of the not guilty dispositions or any other records regarding those charges. If you want copies of any documents regarding those charges before the records are sealed, you should request copies from the court within 10 days. Do you understand? Thank you.
All right, so we need a date for sentencing. Can we do it next week?
We would be prepared to go forward today.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so let me tell you what she could get. It's so in Massachusetts, an OUI, operating under the influence charge, commonly known as DUI or DWI, means operating a vehicle while impaired by liquor or substances. A first or second OUI offense is typically a misdemeanor.
All right, so Mr. Yannetti, you ready to go forward today as well?
Yes, please.
Okay, Mr. Brennan, what's the Commonwealth's recommendation?
Your Honor, the Commonwealth moves for sentencing. We recommend probation, 1 year, 24D program.
So the standard that everybody else gets on a first-time OUI?
Certainly.
Okay.
We ask that she be treated no differently, no better.
So I'm happy to do it. All right. Thank you all.
1 year probation, 1 year probation on docket number 002, the lesser included offense of operating under the influence. 1 year probation. Thank you. The 24D program is. Thank you.
Immediately. All rise.
Goodbye.
We're going to keep it here. So basically, they found her not guilty of everything except for of operating a vehicle under the influence of liquor. That's what they found her guilty of. So her sentence is 1 year probation, and she gets the first offender program. So it's called the 24D, First Offender Driver Alcohol Education Program. So that's what she gets. That's it. It's over, you guys. Well, normally, there's always a public sentencing, always. But normally, the sentencing would be put off, would be scheduled out because they, time for, aggravating circumstances by the state. They do a pre-sentencing investigation. The defense will present mitigating factors. So usually, yeah. So, but she's already been sentenced, and that's what she gets. She's going to be found. She's going to get 1 year probation, and then she'll get. I'll make sure I want to read it correctly. First Offender Driver Alcohol Education Program. Okay. And now it's over. I feel for his family as well. That's truthfully who I feel for right now, is his family. Because for them, they probably are feeling like justice was not served. We'll miss you, only fan. And you know what else, you guys, we should do? We need to take a moment. Hold on. Thank you so much, Cash. You did say so. It's been interesting. Stay safe, y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much.
Has anybody seen Mark?
Yeah, he's right in front.
What TVU is he? Oh, he's the podium. Okay.
Yeah. You need my mic?
I do.
Okay, yeah, no worries. You're on me.
You're good over here. I'll bring you over here, all right? So you get him here. I'll bring you. Hey, it's me. I'm on TVU 3.
But just really, really quickly, I want to say this. Karen lost John O'Keefe as well. And then she was accused of murdering him. So sadly, while I am very glad that Karen was acquitted, I'm also sad because I do believe that what happened to John O'Keefe was not the result of an accident. It was not at Karen Reed's hands either. And at this point, John O'Keefe doesn't actually have justice, real justice, because I do think he was murdered. I just don't think it was by Karen Reed while driving her SUV. And let me just say this, okay? Because the Commonwealth took this to trial, okay, they're not going to investigate this case. There's not going to be anybody else that's going to be charged with this. They feel like they got the right person and she was acquitted. It's over for the Commonwealth. And let's say for some weird reason they decided, you know what, maybe we did screw up. If they were willing to admit it, we shouldn't have prosecuted her, and they investigated this case. The same sloppy police work is what began this investigation. I doubt it would be very easy to prove beyond a reasonable doubt who did what. Honestly, John O'Keefe deserved so much better of an investigation, and he did not get it, and that is sad. And also, he's still gone. It's all sad. It's just really so sad. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm tired, and I'm just glad it's over. And now I got to figure out what's next for the ward. What are we going to do next? All right. So you guys have a great rest of your afternoon. It's over. It's over for Karen. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you all so very much. And I will talk to y'all later. All right. Bye.